Hello, everybody. My name is Chikayla Warden. I did my intern at the YWCA. The YWCA is a um, domestic violence center. We provide more than just domestic violence help, but the part that I worked in, we did domestic violence. Our number one priority was to keep the women safe. The women do stay in a private shelter. I cannot, of course, disclose where that is, but they do stay in a private shelter. When they come in, we do an intake assessment, and after the intake assessment, we start a case plan. This could look like anything, it just depends on the client. Sometimes you'll get someone who is 25, no job, homeless, never had anything to herself, or you can get someone who is 40 and has a career and a job, and just so happens that her and her husband are in an abusive situation. I think that working here has definitely opened my eyes a whole lot more to what domestic violence is and how widespread it is. um, when the ladies come to us, we do show a lot of empathy. It's pretty hard to say that we understand because we don't, unless we've been in that situation, of course. But we do try to show a lot of empathy. We also provide housing options for our clients. And so the YW does have housing. However, being that the list is so long, as social workers, we try to get them into their own house, whether that be an apartment, a home. It really just depends on their financial status and where they are. If they do not have a job and things are tough, then we try to them to a shelter or a home that better suits them. For example, if we have someone who is needing rehab, we would transition them to a rehab facility. We do our best to make sure they go somewhere that's stable but also safe away from their abuser. That's very, very important. Um, Down to the left bottom, I listed everything that we do as far as case plan, intake assessments, crisis calls, administer medicine. This means most of the time they come from the hospital because unfortunately their abusers have beat them up. And so when they come from the hospital, they have meds. And being that we don't want them to take the meds just to take it or maybe to try to kill themselves, we take the meds and we administer to them at the appropriate time. Um, we do transitional housing, like I stated earlier. We find resources for them, housing, rehab, shelters. Sometimes I'll even send them to psych, UAB psych, because they do have, psychological issues. Who would not if you're dealing with that situation? We do have a system called Osnium, and that's where we enter and exit our clients. Osnium is great because you can see anybody who's been there, how long they were there, how many times they've came. I personally love it. I think it's a great resource. The competencies that I chose were competency 6 and 9. I chose 6 because we help anybody, no matter race, no matter sexuality, no matter culture. We help everybody, and it's been very beneficial. Excuse me, very beneficial because I've met so many great people, so many great women that come from all different walks of life. And so I think it's great that we take anybody, no matter, if they're orange, blue, black, or white, it doesn't matter. We take them, and no matter the culture, you also learn things from your clients and their cultures when they're from another country. Competency 9, I chose because when I first started intern, I was like, I don't want to ask any questions. I don't want to be embarrassed. I just want to know. But it's really not like that. You have to ask questions. You have to staff, your cases because you want to do what's best for them. So that was kind of hard, but it makes the world of a difference for your client. And so I really appreciate that we get together and we do that. Um, for my conclusion, it's been great working here. I feel like I'm leaving with a plethora of knowledge. I feel like I am not so scared to jump into my career and, go off on my own. I'm very, very grateful for Miss Melton and Miss Lanker and the ladies who I worked with over the past 4 months. This is my presentation. Y'all, please excuse me. I've been sick for about a week now, so please excuse that. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and have a great day.